Okay, so streams live. Yeah, so NightmareNinja recently DM'd me a link to a recent DDLC mod he was working on. If I'm not mistaken, it's still a work in progress, and this is only chapter 1 I've gotten so far from him. So he's working on a little something called Doki SOS Brigade, and I figured I might want to play some more DDLC mods now that Rene Utopia is out of the way. I still miss Rene though. This is a crossover between the melancholy of I'm gonna need some filler. I'm gonna need someone to fill me in on Haruhi Suzumiya. But of course I know what DDLC is. Alright, let's go to the respective creators. Someone's gonna have to fill me in on Haruhi. I agree. To the disclaimer that has to show up in every mod. Let's play mode has been enabled automatically. This mode allows you to skip content that contains sensitive information or apply alternative story options. When you say sensitive information, you mean like what? Like my PC's name or something? Or my real name? The setting will be dependent on the modder if they program these checks in their story. Suppose I'll leave it on by default anyways. Not interested in ordinary people. So that's the logo then. Okay, I didn't know there was like actual numbers for text speed, auto forward time, and whatnot. Template settings. Doing so will enable more adult-sensitive content in your playthrough. I'm tempted to just go and put this on for the hell of it. And if I have to go back and censor uncensored mode, I guess by all means. You know, speaking of like whether or not like I should censor my content, like have you heard about like some of the ads that actually like pass for like being quote-unquote suitable for YouTube these days? Yeah, because I've seen some, well, I haven't seen any ads, I've just heard from like word of mouth that there's these ads with blatantly sexual content that clearly shouldn't be like getting approved. But I'm more aware of like some of those weird live streams and or like content farm videos that have like sexually explicit thumbnails just for the sake of getting like mainly, yeah, it's even more fucked up when it's mainly like targeting like kids to get them to click, and you have like very like sexual themes in the thumbnails, like I don't know. Something about like another portal like and opening some woman's door. I have to go and I would set my name here, right? Yeah, I got balls, I'll put it uncensored. Yeah, that's probably Haruhi Suzumiya right there. She's probably the only character from the anime I recognize, because she's literally the main character. She's like, yeah, the first character you're gonna see, anything Haruhi Suzumiya related, literally the main character. Right, so now let's begin with the game in question. Something felt off when I woke this morning. Usually I would be awakened by the combination of my sister ripping my... So MC is a sister, and I'm guessing it's the main character of Haruhi then? So that's a sister! With her ripping off my bed covers while the calico wormed into my blanket. Nothing of the sort happened. My eyes opened to reveal that I wasn't in my room. Wait, I'm not in my room? What's going on? Where am I? I called out to my sister and mother, only to get no response in return. Not knowing what to do next, I took in my surroundings, taking notes of the items in the room. It seems like any normal room you'd find in the Japanese household. Okay, let's just say if something does show up that I really can't show on stream, I can always just go and like hide the game window. The only exception being the books that were on the shelves. They were strangely in English. Did an overseas transfer student live here? If that was the case, why am I in their room? Last thing I remember was coming back home for another exhausting weekend of searching for the supernatural, thanks to a certain brigade leader named Haruhi Suzumiya. This time we got an anonymous request about a friend of his having ended up in a mysterious neighborhood. The thing that made it mysterious was that it wasn't on any known maps in our area. Of course, being the optimistic girl that she is, this had intrigued Haruhi. Wait a minute, could I be in one of those houses that in that mysterious neighborhood the guy was talking about? All of a sudden, my phone started beeping. I quickly grabbed my phone from the desk and looked over to who was calling me. It was Haruhi. She was here too. I accepted the call. Luckily, I didn't have the phone near my ears. Finally, someone answered. You're not gonna believe this, Kion. I found it. You mean the mysterious neighborhood he told us about? That one. Not to burst your bubble, but you're not the only one here. Wait, you're here too? Where are you? Inside some... Okay, so we're not like whatever name we put. We're Kion now, right now? We're looking at it from his point of view of the game. You're kidding me. That's gonna take forever to find you. I'm inside a class. Okay, that means she's at school. Oh, Haruhi's at school then. I'll start heading there. I stopped the call and walked out the door. Finding myself outside, I see a girl I never met before running to... That's gotta be Sayori. She's like the first girl we see in the actual base game, isn't... Yeah, she's definitely the first girl we see in the base game. I mean, who else runs around like waving their hands everywhere anyways? It's gotta be Sayori. She had blue eyes and short hair with a red ribbon adorning it. The uniform is one I don't recognize from East Junior High. When her eyes met, she looked very confused for a moment until she smiled. Kion, thanks waiting for me. Huh? How does this girl even know me? I've never met this girl before. Kion, are you doing okay? You didn't spend all night watching anime again, did you? The last time I watched anime was when I was a little kid. Is Sayori literally just stuck to like the same old script from the base game? Yet she's talking to this completely different character who probably know like apparently the last time he actually watched anime was when he was a little kid. Is she still like seriously stuck on that same script from the base game? Gotta stop watching anime. I would die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years. How do you know me? This isn't funny, Kion. I'm being serious. The girl looked at me for a few moments before giggling. Oh, Kion, you're so funny. It definitely wasn't a laughing matter. Okay. Alright, let's just go to school with Sayori then. Have you thought about any clubs you want to join? Wait, that implies we had a discussion about this before. Technically, I'm already in a club. At least that's what I tell myself every time I go there. Besides, Haruhi would probably give me the death penalty if I tried joining someone else's club. I'm already in a club. Her gaze slowly drops before brightening up again. Seriously, you never told me this. I'm so happy. Is it me or was she disappointed by this? Finally having reached the school gates, Haruhi was nowhere in sight. But knowing my luck, and I can't help but appreciate how Haruhi was like resprayed to actually look like she belongs in the Doki Doki mod. I mean, it's not just like the uniform, but the art style and everything. Like, she actually looks like just... I mean, if it wasn't like a character from some other anime, this looks like very well could be like an OC in somebody's DDLC mod. If she wasn't from, of course, Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Just like clockwork. Haruhi walked towards them, wearing the same uniform that the girl and the other female students were wearing. Where did she get that uniform from? Did she steal it? Knowing her, she probably did. We could establish an SOS Brigade headquarters here at this school. Which means she probably plans to take over some poor sap's club, like she has done with the literature club and to some extent the computer club. Talking her out of it was going to be a challenge. It's nice to meet you. My name is Sayori. At least I know the girl's name, but doesn't she have a last name? Kinda strange to be on a first name basis. Wait, how do you know Kion? Well, Kion, you already found our first member. But I'm already at a club. I can feel the wheels turning in Haruhi's head. This is gonna be the computer club situation all over again, isn't it? Really now. Where is it? Who runs it? Once hyperactive, Sayori backed away from Haruhi, giving me the look that says, help me. The worst part about it? I can't do anything to stop what she plans to do. I simply just shrugged. That was when the school bell rang. Oh no, I'm gonna be late for class. But good. To finally meet a friend of Kion's. Haruhi simply smiled before waving her hand. Haruhi Suzumiya, but he's more like my underling than a friend. Underling? Don't give it too much thought. If you say so. Don't think you're out of the water just yet. After school, show us where your club is, got it? Yeah, okay. Not wanting to be around Haruhi, she nodded and ran into the school. Not sure what's so wrong about being around her then. It was only the two of us left. Alright, let's get going, Kion. Hold up a minute. Question, how did you even get a uniform? How did you get yours? She actually brings up a good point. Looking down at myself, I seem to be wearing the male version of the same uniform. I guess I sort of woke up with it? Strange. I think I also woke up with this on. If that isn't a strange coincidence, I don't know what is. Now that I'm thinking about it, none of the students even gave us a passing glance when Haruhi was shouting at Sayori. Do you know what this means? I know what you mean, but I can't tell you that. It means we are in that strange place that the client of ours told us about. My hunch was a success. I really want to see more of this school and unravel its dark secrets. Dark secrets? This school doesn't have any dark secrets. You don't know unless you dig deeper. Now come on! I really hope this wasn't an omen of sorts, right? Classes were just the same as they were in East Junior High. The only difference is we had to go to different classes. Isn't that how it functions in the US? Either way, school finally ended. Unfortunately, going home wasn't an option for me thanks to Haruhi, but another thought seemed to cross my mind. Where are the others? Koizumi, Nagato, Miss Asahina, could they be here with us? If they were, they likely would have messaged me like Haruhi did. Doesn't appear they are, yet. The final bell soon rang. The students sighed in relief and left the class with no reaction from the teacher or him dismissing them. It was only me and Haruhi waiting for Sayori to show up. Still, like, who is Sayori and how does she know me? Her first reaction to me was like she didn't know who I was. What made her change instantly like that? That was when the girl from before came into the classroom. Hey Kion, hey Haruhi. We know each other for barely a few minutes, and we're already on a first-name basis? I can maybe understand her and me, as apparently we know each other, but Haruhi? Excuse me? You get the idea. That's Brigade leader to you, underling. I'm an underling too? Of course, since you know my underling Kion here, that immediately promotes you as my underling. What does an underling do? Don't worry about it, Sayori. Just show where your club meets. Sayori didn't need to be told twice as we all left the classroom. Yeah, we are so back indeed. I don't know if I'm gonna have time after this to go and do some more like Best of NES practice. I mean, I guess unless I just jump into another game or two without like consulting any tutorials, maybe. Oh yeah, Fizz is hi also, by the way. To be honest, you didn't mention what club it is. Sayori, this club you're in. Oh, did I not mention it? It's a it's a literature club. This immediately gave me a vague sense of deja vu. It reminds me of the club room where I met Yuki for the first time. I mean, it's really just started. So far, like, I don't know if Kion, I think Kion is from Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, but he has been transported to the universe of Doki Doki Literature Club along with, of course, well, Haruhi. And I guess he's taking, like, the place of our main character, and he's being introduced to the club right now. Yeah, the Literature Club. Will Haruhi once again force her way onto the club to establish her grounds, or will this be different? It'd have to be considering it wouldn't just be this girl who runs it, but just to make sure. In this club, there's more than one of you, right? Oh yeah, totally. Interesting. Is this what it means by challenge accepted? Because I think that's likely what she's thinking in her mind. You pick up on these sorts of cues as if you've known her for as long as I have. Which, by the way, is not very long. Okay, guys, this is it. So Yori opens the door. What do you mean? Did I make a typo somewhere? Doki Doki, the layout and stream title, like, did I forget to update something? Oh, yeah. Thanks for pointing that out. I completely forgot to update that. Yeah, that was like a demo for a DDLC mod I played back in 2022. I completely forgot to fix that. Hello, everyone. This is Keon in there. Alright, who here is in charge? And so it begins. It is imperative that I speak with them now. The whole room was now dead silent, as everyone who was present was caught off by Haruhi's exclamation. A girl with... Yeah, this has to be Monica here. Step forward. I am Monica, the club president of the Literature Club. Are you, Haruhi Suzumiya? You must be the new members that Sayori told us she'd be bringing? Sayori must have informed her fellow members about Haruhi's impending arrival. Smart move, Sayori. Very smart move. That's right. She wanted... Okay, Monica, listen up. I'm here to declare that the Literature Club, by this moment forward, will now be called the SOS Brigade. And there goes my train of thought. Again, Haruhi jumps right into the fray by giving ridiculous demands. This immediately got a reaction from another girl. She was a bit shorter than I like to believe to be fitting and had two tiny pigtails and pink hair. What the hell gives you the right to walk into someone else's club and make demands like that? Who do you think you are? A self-proclaimed god? The heat deathly the entire universe? Who knows? You wouldn't know it if you haven't met Haruhi. This club room is the only one available to use on such short notice, so cough it up. The girl seethed at that. Natsuki, let me handle this. Now Haruhi, what exactly is it that you want in my club? Because if it's a takeover of the club space, then I can't help you with that. But I demand that let me finish. I can't help with that, but why don't we compromise? Haruhi seethed a good bit before surprisingly backing down herself. I'm listening. I don't know who Monica is, but she must be pretty good to have somehow tamed Haruhi like this. I do admit, our club could use more members. So does your little group. Brigade. Correct. How about this? We merge. Why don't we call it the Literature Brigade? She's awfully confident and willing to be able to merge her club with one complete stranger. I look suspiciously at her, wondering if she might be like the others that have gotten themselves involved with Haruhi. Could she be part of an organization to keep her eye on Haruhi? Otherwise, she would have joined the club back in North Junior High, but you never know, wouldn't hurt to ask. That's a fair compromise, don't you think? She simply sighed. Fine, I guess we can work with that. But I am in charge. I don't know. Why don't we just both be leaders? Alright, fine. We're both leaders of this Literature Brigade. Happy? Yes. And here I thought Haruhi was a force to be reckoned with. Anyways, as you already know my name, this is Sayori, the Vice President. But Monica, me and Keon already know each other. More like you do, but I don't. Monica looked over to the pink-haired girl. This is not Natsuki. Natsuki, out of her previous funk, stood up proudly. I don't know what sort of club you're running, but we take literature very seriously. So you forget it. I can already tell that she and Haruhi will get along splendidly. Key word, splendidly. And our final member, Yuri. Welcome to the Literature Club. Oh, I guess it's the Literature Brigade now. It's nice to make your acquaintance. I can tell that this girl has seemed a bit shy around others. One look at Haruhi's mischievous smile was all I needed. She eyed the purple-haired girl, especially in that area. This again spelled nothing but mischief as images of Miss Asahina's torment resurface in my mind. Oh no, I better think of something real quick before Harui does something rash. Why don't you go and grab some tea, Yuri? We're getting kind of low. Did she notice what Harui was going to do and make her leave the room? Right, thanks for reminding me, Monica. It seems she noticed Harui looking at her too and quickly left. I hope you don't mind if we need a refreshments to go with the cupcakes Natsuki made for us. What the hell, Monica? Who in their right mind eats cupcakes with tea? Never mind, I don't even think we would get along. So, what does the SOS Brigade do exactly? Search for aliens, time travelers, and espers and have fun with them. The current members of the Literature Club looked at Harui with unsure looks. Can't really blame them. Even I was baffled at first. Well, that's interesting. Monica seems less weirded out by Harui's proclamation. Natsuki, though. I think it's dumb. Yeah, I figured she'd not believe it at first. Hey, Natsuki. Before anything else got in hand, Sayori chimed in. Whoa, I didn't know you were into that kind of stuff, Kyon. It's because I'm not. Why'd you join her club? That's because he's the one who helped me found the club. All other clubs are just dull, so I found it better to make my own. I see. Monica seemed to look at Haruhi with recognition. You know, Haruhi, I kinda started this club with the same intention of making it something I enjoyed. That being literature? Right. I used to be part of the debate club, but ended up founding my own club too. Guess we see eye to eye on something now, don't we? However, you better tell me how you know my underling. He didn't tell you? We're childhood friends. But I don't know you! Oh wait, different reality, right? I better keep that in mind. So, Monica, right? Sounds kinda Western. Maybe she's an overseas exchange student? What plans did you have before you came here? Of course, the pleasure's all mine. Nice to meet you, I thought you knew him. Keon, didn't you have classes with her last year? Classes with him? I don't think I've had any with him before. Never mind then. That's when Yuri came back to the club carrying a tray of cups. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them, I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Okay, everyone, let's set the tables together. Now the desks were arranged to form a table. It was wide enough to allow me and Haruhi to sit. Sayori asked me to sit by her side, only for Haruhi to grab me and force me to sit with her. Natsuki returns, proudly marching back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and a little piece of chocolate we used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. It's delicious. Things are seeming to calm themselves, although... Well, aren't you going to try one? Oh, right, Suddenly, 2 cupcakes were snatched right as I was about to get one. Hey! Snooze, you lose. You were supposed to take one! So give it back, or... It's fine, Natsuki, I'm not really that hungry. But My subordinate said it's fine, so more for me. Natsuki once again seethed before plopping back into her seat. Better to keep Haruhi happy by this point. Did you have any plans for this club before you came along? What we plan to do is get a member or 2 to be able to apply to be part of the school festival. That way we'd have a chance to get more members during the festival. Thankfully you 2 showed up. More members, huh? I have an idea that is guaranteed to get you more members. What would that be? Never mind. Too bad I left them back home. Though she whispered that last part to herself. I think I knew what she was going to say. Those outfits were back in our reality. And for a good reason. It's okay, you can share it with me anytime you'd like. But for now, I think when I'll officially end today's meeting on a good note, be sure to come up with ideas for the festival to share for our next meeting. Hold on. I want everyone's phone numbers. Huh? Eh? Really? Why should we give them to you? We barely know you. I don't think it's a bad idea, actually. Natsuki, she does have some say about the club. Besides, it's that Kion and Harui keep in touch with us outside of club meeting hours. Fine. I suppose it might be alright. Really gives me some Koizumi vibes with how she's treating her. Everyone in the literature club gave Harui their numbers. Yuri and Natsuki did so begrudgingly. First meeting of the literature brigade was a success. Was it though? Never mind, the meeting is over and... Right, I probably won't be seeing my family anytime soon. So that leaves only one other option. Ready to go home, Kion? I'm coming too. Yep, that. Having been exhausted from having to deal with all this, we both left the club with Sayori. Oh man, today was a weird day. As we walked to the house, I woke up and Sayori was excitedly walking by my side. Now that I think more about it, Sayori reminds me of Haruhi a little. She really gives off the hyperactive girl archetype, without some of her more bizarre eccentricities. Pay attention, Kion. Tomorrow after school, we'll be searching this place top to bottom for anything supernatural. Sayori stands by my side, concern written all over her features. Are you alright? And she has the kindness of Miss Asahina. Yeah, I'm fine, if you say so. But looking for the supernatural? Why are we going to do that? Is that something you guys do in the SOS Brigade? Totally. Which is to find aliens, right? Exactly, you're really smarter than you look. Thanks, something just came to me. What are you going to do about a place to stay? Your place, of course. Oh, that's... Wait, what? What, you got a problem with that, or...? That's when Harui started realizing her mistake with a faint blush. Kion, you're not thinking about something weird and perverted, are you? Kion, you perv! No, She started the idea of sleeping over at his house. Look, my place is off limits for good reason, but that leaves you with nowhere else to stay, right? You don't have a place to stay? You can stay at my house. I live next door to Kion, so it'd be easy to see him. Really? That's awfully convenient. Though wondering what she would do with her knowing where I live. Back home, at least you didn't know that much. I'll take you up on your offer. Alright, Kion, I want you and Sayori up early in the morning. Is there a park around here? Good, we're starting there. And after school, we'll be doing some more searching. Be sure to be up there on time or else. You got it? And I'm positive you're going to make sure I'll be awake. I'm not even going to question why we can't do this now. What about Monica and the other members? Of course they'll be coming with us. It'll be a surprise, of course. Knowing her, she'd make the late person pay for everyone's meals. Like me. Can you give me a minute with Kion? I'll meet you inside soon. You wanna know something, Kion? Wanna know what? I wish the others were here. That way it'd be more fun, you know? I'm serious, Kion. I really wish they were here with us. All I could do at that moment was nod in contempt, because all in all, I wish they were here too. Miss Asahina would definitely get along with Yuri. And Nagato? No clue. This may be strange of me to agree with, but it's not the SOS Brigade without them here. I should probably get back to your friend. I don't even know her, though. That just makes the mystery that much more fun. We're inside Sayori's home. Getting back home is going to be difficult thanks to Haruhi, unless she finds something to make this whole trip boring. There's no way she'd want to leave. Then there's tomorrow where I need to worry about. Knowing my luck, I'll be partnering with one of the girls. At least I can talk to Monica about who she works for if both of us get picked. What do you mean, like, who Monica works for? Now that I think about it, Monica did at least look sad about something at some points. Not sure if it had to do with Haruhi or what. Either way, I can't say anything about the other girls. Yuri seems like the more sensible one of the group. Natsuki was the more aggressive member out of the club. Forget it. Better head off inside and wait for tomorrow. Oh, that's all of chapter 1. That was basically just a bunch of... That was mostly just like 70%, like if not more, just introductions. Yeah, that was just chapter 1. I mean, it's a work in progress, but... Damn, that went by very quickly. Also, not sure how long the wait's gonna be to actually see, like, what the SOS Brigade, like, looking for aliens is actually gonna look like in this DDLC mod. That is something from, like, the real, like, they have a website? Yeah, it's from an anime known as Haruhi Suzumiya. Yeah, it's from that anime. That was definitely, like, my first guess. Haruhi Suzumiya's brigade to greatly enliven the world. Does Haruhi know she is a god? Why is Haruhi so popular? Memorable characters and a great ending theme. I wouldn't know for certain because I've never watched the anime. Who does Kion end up with? Whether it develops romantically or not. That's his choice because out of all of the characters, he's the most human with the most free will. Kion will most likely have flings in the future, but the fact that his fate is forever entwined with Haruhi remains as the ultimate truth. Gave Kion his nickname. Why is Haruhi Suzumiya out of order? Did Nagato like Kion? Yuki Nagato is a shy girl who spends her time in North High School's literature club. I guess NightmareNinja figured, okay, there's 2 literature clubs, let's just cross them over and see what happens. With Ryoko Asakura, her best friend, and Kion, whom she has a crush on. As Christmas approaches, Yuki is determined to have a party in her club room to celebrate the others joining and keeping the club going. Is Suzumiya Haruhi worth watching? Why did Kion get stabbed? Yeah, if I keep just looking at these people also ask questions on the Google, I'm gonna get spoiled. Like, I'm probably just gonna look at a bunch of spoilers after Kion has a mental struggle with himself when he was about to shoot normal Nagato with the device that Android Nagato gave to him, he suddenly got attacked by Asakura. Nagato's best friend attacks. Okay, so the guy that she had a crush on, her best friend tries to go kill the guy she had a crush on? When Asakura was about to kill him, suddenly Nagato, maybe the android, perhaps the android one, or is it the normal one? I don't know, I've never watched the show, saved him. Who pushed Kion down the stairs? Haruhi saw a girl push him down the stairs. In the restored world, Kion falls down a flight of stairs and goes into a coma. Haruhi saw a girl push him down the stairs. Is Yuki Nagato a human? Humanoid interface created by the data Overmind and considered by Kion to be the most reliable and trustworthy member of that group. Why is she skinny? Was Nagato a pure... What is an Uzumaki anyways? Every time I click one question, just read the answer, I get like, I don't know, 4 or 5 more questions. Like, I could just keep on, like, scrolling forever if I wanted. And I still, like, I don't feel like I'm gonna understand anything about Haruhi Suzumiya unless, I don't know, I understand everything. Yeah, I finished the Chapter 1 demo, by the way. Assuming that's you, like, assuming that's NightmareNinja right there in chat. I finished the demo. I didn't even have to censor, like, anything here. This would probably be, like, in for later chapters, though, right? Uncensored mode. And also, I've never seen, like, quote-unquote level engine show up, like, at any point. It was just... Yeah, it was basically all from Kion's point of view. Chapter 1. It came with the template. So this is like a newer template because I don't recall seeing like an uncensored mode. So like if you basically have like the option to just add in some like content that you can just like, if like uncensored mode is like off, like skip past that content, or in other words. So I guess like there's in like the dialogue, like, or in like the script or something for like all the character dialogues, like if uncensored mode off, like skip past this stuff, otherwise like go through with it. Similarly for Let's Play mode, depending on whether or not that's on or off. I don't know, it's still pretty convenient to have like uncensored mode as in, well, it's like off by default. So, I mean, assuming like, I think it's just safe to assume that you can load up any DDLC mod, like just go and live stream it blind on YouTube, and you're not gonna like run into anything you need to like censor, like at all. What do I think? Harui's really like pushy. That's what I think. Like she just shows up and demands like she be like the leader of the literature club. Like I don't really think that's how that works. I mean, Monica apparently still was willing to compromise with her. Okay, so this is like a new DDLC mod template. The one that came with yeah, because I haven't seen like uncensored mode or on or off in like any of the DLC mods I had played prior. I mean, I'll probably quickly go and make the stream public also, so I can just go rewatch it. But I'm probably gonna just sign off here. If you want me to like point out all the typos, I could just go back to the stream and just point them out. Renpai 7.6. I mean, I know what Renpai is. Yeah, it's used to like make, yeah, it's used as like a software to yeah, software to like create visual novels, and I know it's like powered by Python. So yeah, I'm gonna be like signing off for now. Good night, everyone.